Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, Force here, and today we will be taking an introductory look to Firefall. People seem to be really excited about this game, so what I want to do here is give you a general overview of Firefall, talk about all the features currently available in the beta, and just give you a basic rundown of the game. Starting with the launch pads. I started off last video with some gliding and people were like, Force, what the heck is that? Well, these are launch pads, and this is a transportation method in the game. The launch pads are primarily found in major towns like where we are now, but they are also scattered throughout the world. I've encountered them just by basically walking through the wilderness before. What you do is you run to the launch pad, it propels you in the air, and then you hit spacebar. That will open up the glider, and you can just go wherever the glider will take you. But we're going to be staying in town for now because I want to start off this video by showing you the most basic of things in the game, which are the battle frames. Battle frames are Firefall's version of classes. Now, this is a team-based shooter that can be played both in third-person and first-person view, depending on what you feel like. But the classes, or what is known as battle frames, can be equipped by anyone. So at any point, I can switch my battle frame, which is basically like switching my class. Now, I have currently leveled up the Assault class the most. The Assault battle frame is currently level 6. But I do want to take a moment before we continue playing the Assault character just to show you the other battle frames available. The first of which is the Engineer. So I equip the Engineer battle frame and all of a sudden I am the Engineer class. Now the primary weapon has got 2 attacks. We've got this right here, sort of a short range, a little frontal damage thing. Kind of looks like a flamethrower. And then the second attack is just like a plasma shot. Now the alternate weapon, which is brought up by hitting Q, is like an assault rifle. And from what I understand, I think that's pretty much everyone's alternate weapon is more or less an assault rifle. I could be wrong though. We'll find out in a moment. Now the ability innately available to the Engineer is this turret, which is pretty much what you expect engineers to have, and you just drop the turret anywhere. Here is turret level 1, and then I can upgrade it to turret level 2. And of course we will assume that there are more, but that is all that I currently have available. So there's a turret level 2, and that is wonderful. That is the Engineer. Now let's go ahead and look at the next battle frame, which is Recon. Recon is the sniper class in this game. Right mouse bound to scope, and left mouse bound to shoot. And you do have to reload after every one with this particular weapon. And the alternate weapon there for the Recon class is, again, pretty much just an assault rifle. Now, the ability available for the Recon class is Resonating Bolts, and this makes the sniper rifle hurt a lot more. So you activate that, and then you just destroy somebody. That's the idea. All right, the next available battle frame is the Medic. And of course, you know what a Medic is. A Medic is the healer, so I can run around healing people. Let's see if we can find someone. There you go. Do-do-do-do-do. Very familiar, right? Yeah, looks a lot like Team Fortress. It sure does. The second weapon for the Medic is, once again, an assault rifle. And the special ability for the Medic is going to be Healing Wave. So it's a little self-heal there if you happen to get injured on a 1-minute cooldown. And then lastly, we've got the Dreadnought, which is the heavy class in this game. I've got this really intense weaponry here to start. And the alternate attack is actually a frontal shield. See that there? Pretty cool. Now the secondary weapon is going to be an assault rifle. Wow, look at that. And then the special ability for the Dreadnought is going to be a little self shield. Looks really awesome, actually. I really like that. Pretty neat looking. Helps you absorb damage. Now let's go ahead and pick up the primary one, and the one we'll be playing with here, which is the Assault class. We'll look at the Assault class abilities. And you're gonna say, Force, why does he have 2 abilities? Well, it's because I've unlocked additional modules, and we'll be taking a look at that later. But first, let's look at the weapons. Primary attack here is that AoE damage where it lands. It's not huge splash damage, but it's decent. Really, really hard hitting too. And the alternate one for this weapon that I have equipped currently is sort of like a buckshot. It's like a shotgun round. Now, the secondary weapon is an assault rifle. Yes, yes indeed. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the character loadout. And there are loadouts for each battle frame. So you have your, you have your character. I have got Force here. And you would think, okay, well this is an MMO first-person shooter or third-person shooter, depending on the perspective you feel like playing it from. But I mean, I would automatically almost assume that you would have to create different characters for each class type. But it's really cool what they did, because I just have my one character, and depending on what I have equipped, depending on what battle frame you have equipped, you'll level that up. So if I'm exploring the world, completing quest as an assault character, then I level up that battle frame. At any point, I could switch to recon. You can see he's currently level 2, and you know, I gather experience, and then since I have that battle frame equipped, that is what will level up. And with these battle frames, I'm going to go ahead and hit P here, and that's going to show your unlocks for that battle frame. So here is for the assault battle frame, and again, I am currently level 6. I'm really close to level 7, and at level 7 I'm going to unlock an additional module, and these modules are the special abilities. So you saw those first few battle frames that I showed you only had one. Well, that's just because I haven't unlocked those additional modules. And there's also gear that you're going to unlock while you level up. These are things that can also be acquired throughout the world, which they're just basically loot that drops. And I'm pretty sure as well, I have to assume that you're going to be able to acquire these while you're questing too. I don't know if I've gotten any gear from questing yet though, to be honest. Most of my levelings actually happen from PvP. So we'll go over here to the loadout modification terminal, and this is basically your character's inventory, right? So you can go ahead and equip whatever weapons you want. Now let's take a look at this right here. This is the assault frame that I had prior, which is, what's an assault frame? I'm just going to call it like a chest piece, basically. There's like your chest piece, your backpack, and then your alternate weapons. These are the various things that you have customization over. So the assault frame here, the one that I had prior was just less health. They both had the 15% energy recharge rate. So obviously I want the one with more health. That's the one that I currently have equipped. Now let's take a look at the weapon. The weapon that I currently have equipped is a, let's see, 5% fire rate. The damage is the same, the DPS is the same. Everything is the same, but the secondary shot. Notice that in gray underneath the primary weapon, the one that I have equipped is the scatter shot, which I showed you. And this other weapon that I have in my inventory, let me just throw it on really quick. This one gives me the triple shot. So let's show you that. So that's the secondary. The primary is still the same. The secondary is the triple shot. I prefer to have the scatter shot, and since they both do the same damage, I'm just gonna stick with it, right? I mean, there's no, if one had a significant damage increase over it, then I would obviously go with that. But they're both the same damage, both the same DPS, and everything else is the same except for that secondary attack. Now there's the chest piece, and there are these modules which you can attach to these pieces of equipment. And the modules are your special abilities. So right now, the modules that I have currently attached to my augmented assault pack, and these are grayed out. They will be, it's quite distinct when there's available space, but these are grayed out, so I cannot attach any modules to it. The only space for modules that I have is on this augmented assault pack, and there were 2 module spaces. So I've got Overcharge 1 and Crater 1. Now, Crater 1 is an interesting ability. You launch yourself in the air and you do AoE damage when you land. So any enemies around that landing point would have taken damage. Overcharge is a damage boost. Both of them have a minute cooldown, and once Overcharge is up, you just unload on someone because you're going to do significantly more damage with it. And it is pretty awesome. Now you go up to these loadout modification terminals, and this is how, again, this is the assault one, and I can go to all of my available battle frames and just switch out whatever I feel like. For example, I could switch out the sniper rifle right here, so why don't I do that? So that next time I play as the recon class, I now have a better weapon. See, that's a big difference. A lot more DPS and a weapon rating as well. So, wonderful. All right, now let's look at the game. What is going on? Well, this is the town here. This is the first major town that you start in. You're in Copacabana. And these scatter throughout the world are health regens and ammo regens. And I'm sure you guys actually just want to see some combat before I go too much into things and just wandering around the town. So why don't we go ahead and do that, huh? Why don't we go ahead and take a look at some combat? And we'll look at that later. There is a whole crafting and resource gathering system in this game. The resource gathering is done at thumper locations. And what you do is you run throughout the world and you lay down your hammer with 4. And when you hit it, it tells you if there are any resources in the area that you slammed. And then if there are, you can call down a thumper, and then enemies will be drawn towards the thumper. You must protect it, but we'll take a look at that once we actually come up to something. And I'll keep an eye on the chat too to see if anyone is looking for a thumper group, because that is what we will want to do. There's the launch pad right there. Obviously you can see I've got a sort of jetpack thing. This particular assault character actually does it through his feet though, so I'm hesitant to call it a jetpack. But all right, so here's a thumper location. Let's see if they're gonna invite me. Let's see here. So these are the thumpers, and if they're actually gonna bother inviting me, I might have a full group. Load. Doesn't look like they do. Oh, there we go. Okay, so accept. All right, so the thumper got called down here. You can see it's 77% capacity that slowly goes up, and then there's the integrity, and that's basically how much health that it has. So when you call these thumpers down, what happens is you have to protect them from these waves of enemies that will come towards it. Their number one goal is to try to destroy them, as well as you. So we just have to protect the thumper from this, and if we do, and it goes to 100%, then we get resources that were gathered from that location. And those resources are used to create things, to make things in this game. So this is the resource gathering, which is then in turn used for the crafting in the game. So there's a few different classes here with me. It looks like we have got another assault, we've got an engineer, we've got a sniper. That actually seems to be the makeup a lot of times. There seems to be a lot of assault classes, which I guess makes sense. That seems like it's just kind of the basic attacking class. Now it is 100%, so they will launch it up. Wonderful. So I didn't get a lot from that. You're gonna notice there in the chat box down in the lower left, it tells you the resources I got. I'm assuming that because I sort of came in late to the game, that's why I didn't get as much. And they're gonna be calling down another thumper right here, which I could do it as well, but I'm not going to. Just let them do it. So the thumper gets called down, and you can die from it, which these guys just did because they're super idiots. What? Why do they stand there? So when you call the thumper down, it does damage. So please don't stand there because you will die. I can't believe they died to that. That is really funny. All right, so the thumper is called down. Look at that. 5% capacity, 100% integrity. So it hasn't taken any damage yet. And once the capacity gets to 100%, then we launch it into the air. And you can launch it whenever. You can launch it before it reaches 100% capacity, but what happens is if you do that, you don't get the full resources that you would have otherwise. So it's always ideal to wait till it's at 100% capacity. That's going to be the best case scenario there. Killing enemies, these little jokers here, will drop resources, it'll drop health, it'll drop ammo, and then every once in a while you'll also get items that drop from it. So these guys are just gonna be coming from every which direction. Just again have to hold them off, and that's all it is. So it's pretty interesting. I mean, as opposed to like walking up to a node and mining it, you gather resources by fending off endless waves of little bug creatures here. The primary enemies in this game are what are known as Chosen, and we'll try to see if, I don't know if these actually, if the bug creatures are part of that. I don't think they are. I think these are just inhabitants of the planet. I don't know much about the story, so please forgive me when it comes to that stuff. I haven't really paid much attention to the kind of the lore, the backstory behind this. I'm certain someone in the comments will know about it, and they can let you know kind of how these things all relate to each other. All I know is I see red and I shoot it. It's as simple as that. Alright, let's start using some of the assault abilities. So we've got the damage upgrade there, which is overcharge. The next group I see, I'll laying down the overcharge. There we go. Just go now, for that one guy. Not necessary at all. That's funny. And then we can do the slam as well when we have a big group of guys. That's even gonna happen. I actually really like the first-person view. Now, in the last video I mentioned that I didn't notice much of a difference, but then I went into options and realized that there's a FOV setting for the third-person view. You can actually see at a wider angle in third person if you set the FOV to make it that case. So because that's the case, it's actually better to play this way because you can see in a wider angle. I haven't seen any FOV settings for the first person view though. There may be, I just didn't see them when I looked. So if there are, and if you can set a wider angle, then it will make no difference. And oh, here we go, there's a big guy right there. Again, we gotta try to stop him from... We're gonna do our special attack number 2. AoE damage. Not some. I don't think it's really the greatest against those big, heavy guys. It's pretty much best suited for these small little groups. But still, just wanted to show it to you. Here's my damage increase, and there we go. I wonder if he drops anything. No, I don't think so. Oh, is that? Did I get it? I don't think so. I think the other guy got it. I think there was something, some sort of schematic there. Ah, yes, and more waves of enemies, and it is at 93%, so it's almost done. We're only going to do one of these. I just wanted to show it to you quickly. But this is really what a lot of people are doing right now in the beta is they'll just do wave after wave of Thumper to gather up resources so that they can use to do the crafting system, which is creating things. And again, I'll be showing you that. Okay, so it's at 100%, so we can launch it up. There you go. Now keep an eye again on the chat left. Notice. 201 Thumper Sifted Earths. Is that really everything that I got from that? Well, that is a huge shame. Oh, I'm super bummed out. I'm just gonna leave. Oh, there we go, finally. So, look, right there. You can see everything that I got from that. Crystallites, small health power-ups, more crystallites. So that is everything that I received from that. I wonder if I can... No, I can't. I'm not finding a way to be able to scroll that up. I'm sure there's like a keybind to scroll that up somewhere, but... So I'll just leave that Thumper because I don't really care to continue to do that. But that is the resource gathering, and I am stuck, so what the heck? Oh, that is terrible. Let's see if we can get out of that. Thank you. Alright. I don't know how to leave the squad. Maybe... leave... squad? Nope, there we go. Oh, did it work? I think it did. I don't know, I'm not in the squad anymore, so either I got kicked or that actually worked. Alright, so let's go back into the main town there. And now that we picked up some resources, just to kind of show you what is going to happen then. Some more health and ammo pickups here. Alright, so. Let us find, it is right over this way. So we use the Thumpers, we gather resources, and then we can go right over here. The manufacturing station, and these are the terminals at the station. Now with this, while you acquire things, you're able to bring them into the manufacturing terminal, and you can see here, to begin manufacturing, drag a nano template or refining process from your inventory into the slot to the left. So you're going to drag something you find to the left, and these are various things. These are going to include, they're basically like schematics. So here's some weapon schematics that I can unlock. These are crater ability nano points that I can unlock. So if I get a new equipment point and I want to put the crater ability on it, if I get a new piece of equipment and I want to put crater on it, then I use this nano. I'll just do it. I'll put it in here. I don't need it right now, but there you go. So 20 seconds are going to go by, and then that's going to happen. Now, there's also refining that can take place, and I can currently refine Coralite. So what will happen is I'll put this in, and I'll refine it, and that's going to take quite a long time. That's actually, it says 46 minutes right there. So that whole refining process is just something I have to wait for, and then once that's done, I can use that refined material to actually then go ahead and create more stuff. And now that this is done, manufacturing, I can unload it, and now all of a sudden I've got the Crater 1 ability module that is going to be showing up in my inventory. And once more, if I found something that I wanted to put that module on, that's how it would work. Now, over here, there are research vendors, and this is going to show you how to refine more things. So, you can refine the sifted earth with these. So let me go ahead and purchase these. I don't know if I had to buy both of those. And And let me also go ahead and purchase this one now. Just want to show you here. Then, now where do those pop up? Okay, so there it is. So what we'll do next is this. Go back to the terminal. Now first we're going to learn how to do this, and this only takes 20 seconds. So we're going to learn how to do the sifted earth one. So we wait 20 seconds, and then once that is done, I then know how to refine the sifted earth. I currently, once more, as you can see, I'm refining coralite. So these are the different resources that you're going to acquire while doing the thumper thing. I just think this is really neat. I think this is a really neat alternative way to handle this kind of thing. There. So now I know that. Then, so there you go. So now I can refine the sifted earth. Now I need, you can see I need 10,000 for that one. The other one I believe is a smaller point. So let me learn that. Yeah, this is a much smaller point, so this will be actually something that I can do immediately. So once this finishes, I don't know, it might be a little more involved. It might seem a little more involved than it actually is. I think that once people kind of get the hang of it, it's really not that confusing. I'm going through this for the first time because I wanted to show you guys kind of how this process worked, rather than doing it after the fact, like after I already had all these things learned. So now we can go in here and you can see, there you go. I can now do this, and this takes a much smaller time than the coralite does, but it's still a wait process, 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So we're not gonna sit here and wait for it, but when we come back and those things are finished, then we can unload them and then use that. And then from that point forward, you can use these resources to once more craft things in the game, such as gear and everything like that. So that is the thumper system. Now, besides that, right now in the beta, there's not a lot to do in the PvE realm, other than to just go about exploring. And there's plenty to explore. That is certainly the case. There's a lot to see in this game. Bring up the map here. This is the currently, everything that's not this kind of purple haze right here is what's currently accessible for me. And these are basically the discovered areas. You go into an area, and in these centralized locations, there are these little hubs that you activate, and that will illuminate the area immediately around it. Now, what I would like to do is just go around and kill some stuff, because that's a lot of fun. So why don't we do a little bit of that? I have to say, this game is really quite intriguing to me, especially that this is going to be a free-to-play game. And obviously, when it comes to free-to-play games, you wonder, well, okay, how's the company making money then? Like, what exactly is happening here? They're not just giving this away, and they're making this game out of charity. No, of course not. There is going to be a cash shop. They have said, though, that it will not involve purchasing power. That is something that they are going to try to avoid. They're going to make sure to avoid, as far as what they've said, but we'll have to see. Now, there's a local event here in Copacabana. Destroy the Chosen Patrol, which is right over here. So why don't we do that, huh? Chosen Patrol, let's destroy it.
This is Accord Copa Control. Heads up, there is a Chosen Patrol in your vicinity. If you want to help the Accord out, you know how.
Gotta be careful, though, because you can take actually a lot of damage from this. These guys are actually pretty formidable at times. So it looks like the bugs are not on the side of the Chosen, though. The Chosen are these humanoid-looking enemies that I'm firing at right now. But they are also attacking the bugs. Fuck, hey, God, what are you doing? Get away from me. Hate those bugs. All right. There he is. All right, you know what? Bug people. I just want to try to kill the Chosen Patrols here. That's all. Now what's going to happen is in this area, once I kill all the Chosen Patrols, then it'll be a mission complete.
The Accord will repay you for your aid.
There we go.
Work.
So that wasn't a lot. There was only a few guys there, only a couple of guys. and quite easy for me actually. But that's just an example. You know, you'll just be wandering the world. There'll be these local events that will occur, and you walk up to them, and there you have it. Now there's a big thumper going on over here, so we can help them with this. You can see they're only at 33%, and already it's down to 50% integrity. So let's go ahead and give them an assist with this thumper action here. Why not, huh? Because this is what you do in the PvE currently. Now they are slowly going to be adding more things. There is a main quest line in the game. If I hit N right now, you can see, like, my current objective is to gather 400 Coralite in this area. I haven't really done it yet though, because prior to making this video I spent some time doing the PvP. I did a bunch of the PvP, so I wasn't really too worried about it. I'll get to it eventually, basically. Alright, bugs. So again, now we're trying to assist here to get this thumper up to 100% before it dies. It's already at 41% integrity. It's not looking good. Oh, it's not looking good at all. Man, oh man. I don't think this is gonna work. They're probably gonna have to launch it much sooner than you would ideally like to. %. They're gonna launch it. Looks like they're waiting a minute or two. There it goes. So that's unfortunate. You know, it really is. You normally don't want to launch it that early because you end up missing out on a lot. But some of these thumper waves would get very difficult. So there is a piece of gear that I just picked up, the Accord Assault MK2. And to pick up the actual loot, you have to hit E when you run up to something. You can't just kind of walk over it like you can with the resources and everything like that. But so there you go. You know, that's again, basically this is it for the current open world stuff. Besides this, there is the PvP system that is in the game. And that is certainly something worth taking a look at. So we will head our way back to town. Another thumper gets called down. Head our way back to town. This way. I'm gonna head down over here. Okay. We'll just bypass all these. Now you've also noticed too, look at this, it's nighttime now. There is a day-night cycle in this game, which is cool. I'm a huge fan of that. I'm a huge fan of the fact that there's not a lot of games that do that, actually. It's something I always wanted when I played WoW back in the day. I always thought that'd be so cool if they did it. And I think they talked about doing it at some point, but it never actually ended up happening. I just think that's so neat to have something like that in your game. It really adds, it really makes the world feel alive, you know? It doesn't really, whenever, for example, in other MMOs, whenever you go into a zone, it's like always sunny. And in another zone, it's always rainy. It's like, well, why is that? That's kind of weird. This is a strange world with no night. Daylight 24/7. What is this, Alaska? All right, so we're going back into the main town here. And at this point, we can walk up to a PvP terminal and let us queue for all maps. So there are 4 currently available. Team Deathmatch on Moisture Farm, Team Deathmatch on Sunken Harbor, Sabotage on Orbital Calm Tower, and Harvester on Blackwater, yes. So I can queue for all PvP, and actually, let me unqueue here. I don't want to auto requeue after. So now I'm in queue for all PvP. In the upper right hand corner, you're going to see random game and a timer going down. So just looking to fill up the group. Now, some of the things that are going to be occurring in this game, the Chosen, which are the primary enemies, the humanoid guys that we looked at earlier, they are supposed to be attacking these major town hubs. And a big kind of feature that was initially touted in this game is that you would have to defend your town against kind of invading enemies. And it's the Chosen specifically that are going to be doing the invading. And I think I can show you, actually, there's another town really close by, and I think I can launch it from here. Yeah, it's right over there. So let's do that. Glide down over here while we're in queue for PvP. And just outside of the major area, there is this little hub. and it is being invaded by Chosen. So,
If you are receiving this message,
let's help
please
defend
be
it.
advised the Chosen have set up an outpost near your location. Any help in pushing back this assault will be rewarded.
Yes.
Accord Copa Control out.
So again, just like earlier where I found a Chosen patrol path and I was able to, you know, you just picked up the quest and I killed off the patrol and then I, you know, got my reward, or I would be given a reward for it. So this is the same thing, you know, I just walk up to this little local event, and a lot of games are doing this now. A lot more MMOs are picking up these kind of localized events where you have to, you know, once you come across it, you can either just walk right by it or you can complete. Oh wow, mission complete, wow. Well, I guess that's good because my PvP match is just about to start. It's launching right now. But this is pretty cool. Look at this, they're like throwing rocket launchers at me and all this randomness. However, it's time for PvP. It's gonna launch us right into a PvP game. And you start off on sort of the just goofing off mode until the game completely fills up, which it did just completely fill up. So now let's go. All right. We'll see if I decide to switch. I have been kind of alternating back and forth between playing these in third person and first person. Again, though, there is a better frame of view in third person. So, there's an engineer dropping his turrets and stuff. Go down low. See what we can do here. All right. Buckshot only did a little bit of damage there. Why is he doing his close range attack? Does he know? I don't think so. Almost dead. Oh, come on. I didn't get the kill for that. I did all the damage. Some idiot finishes him off. It's alright. I'll be that idiot at some point then. Finishing someone off. Someone else did all the damage too. Try to find some more people here. There we go. Yeah, there. See, there I am. There I am. I'm that idiot. Let's get the execute on. All right. So with any team-based games in the multiplayer, stick together. It'll be smart. Pretty wise of you to do. Oh yeah, look at that. Massive damage. There we go. Oh, this guy's so toast. Look at that. Unbelievable. With overcharge on. This is a lot of damage. I'm really happy I picked up that module. It is really good. This is their starting area, by the way, that we are zerging right now. In case you were wondering. Yeah. We're that OP. And he's dead now. I don't want to die to his turret, though. Which I almost just did. There's a health respawn over there. The kill doesn't actually happen, though, until he goes completely out. So you can, until you execute someone or they bleed out, then the kill doesn't tally up, but I did get the kill for that. Thank you. Oh my gosh, sniper. There he is. An idiot. So you don't get the kill for the execute, it's a person that actually downs them, but I can't believe we're zerging their starting area. This is a riot. Are you kidding me? Alright, there's a sniper over there. Try to take him out. If we can. Oh, now he's moving. Of course he is. Oh, snap. You see that? He's like, let me just sit down here and get obliterated by the assault class. Move? No? Just gonna die? Alright. This is a good day. This is a good day. I think the sniper ended up getting the kill though. Must have shot him like at the same time. I really enjoyed this PvP, by the way. Can't tell. It's a lot of fun. Did I do any damage with that? No, not at all. Wow, really? Alright, so we'll revive our teammate. The execute. Always better to revive your teammate because again, they don't keep in mind they don't get the tally for the kill on the scoreboard if you revive your teammate. It's not considered like a complete kill until the execute happens. Like watch, we have 10 now. There's 11. Oh, and then I get dropped by what? Holy heck, that's no good. Let's see if we can get a res here. Oh, there's a sniper somewhere over here or something. Oh, a sniper right there. God, what an idiot. Yes. Love it. Love it. I really thought he was gonna kill me too. Dead. Right? Yeah. Wow, we are demolishing. Holy heck. Another sniper up here. They have a lot of snipers. Got it? Yes, we did. And I'm almost dead. Thanks for the heals. This is a good match. I was like, I don't know if I'm going to go in PvP, because you know sometimes you just get bad teammates, or you don't have the best performance. It's just been a good match so far. I know that upon saying that, though, I'm all of a sudden going to just mess it up and be the worst player on the team. So far, it has been going all right. It is first to 25 in PvP. This is just the one of the 2 team deathmatch modes. The other 2 are objective based. Where's the sniper going, huh? Get back here, get back here. Yes! Sweet victory. Oh my gosh. He's about to kill me. Let's see if we can
Double damage enhancement available.
You know what I noticed though, a lot of these assault classes never use their alternative attack. So many people only use the splash damage attack. I don't get it. Because the alternative attack is really amazing. Of course. I knew it was gonna happen. Oh yes, look at this, come on. All right, second chance of life. I'm probably gonna die. It's not, I'm getting healed up, thank you. He is now dead. Yes, he is.
Enemy has double damage.
Right. Yeah, but the secondary attack is really good when someone is not, because the primary attack here for assault is something you're trying to hit when somebody lands or if they're sitting on the ground, right? I mean, that's where it's going to be best. I need to get focus on the healer, not the heavy. That's where it's going to be best, pretty much. But when someone is jumping around, well, you... Whatever, we won. When someone is jumping around, the secondary attack of the assault class is actually really good, and I suggest people use it. I definitely do. And there you go, let's see how I did. Alright, not too bad. 9 kills, 3 deaths, 6 assists, 15 executes. Wow. Pretty decent though. Came in 2nd place out of everyone here. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. So guys, this is Firefall. Now again, with the PvE, while there isn't a ton to do right now, there is still a quest line that occurs. And it's pretty much just thumper, resource gathering, and getting equipment. All the equipment that you get anywhere in the game, whether it be from PvP or while going throughout the world in the PvE portion of it, it can be used. It is used everywhere. Whatever you put on your battle frames can be used everywhere. So anything that I find in the world here, if I pick up a weapon that is an upgrade or anything like that, I can then use it in PvP and everything like that. So I suppose that is going to create some imbalances. We'll have to see how they decide to do that. I hope that there aren't like crazy overpowered weapons, because then all of a sudden the PvP becomes not as fun. So as long as they just kind of make it different variations of things as opposed to an incredible boost in power, I think that that'll be the best way to handle it. But there you go, guys. That is a general overview of Firefall currently. Just want to run down the basics with you guys. I'll probably be going into a little more detail later on if it's something that you guys are interested in me continuing. I can give you some further details about the game, because again, I'll be playing this. This has been a lot of fun for me. community. I really, really like the PvP. Really, really enjoyable. I know it's nothing like groundbreaking, it's just a team-based shooter, but I think it's kind of a fresh new spin on it, and that's why I'm enjoying it so much. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember, if you do like the content, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Also, check out my website, forstrategygaming.com. A great place to filter through my videos to watch just the content you like. And then also the forums are really cool as well. Thanks again, guys. Keep watching and keep owning. Let's do it from up high. Ready? Bam!